Hello guys, this is me, Stark, and today I will be talking about Masters of HyperRandom. So this will actually contain spoilers about the grand finals of the main event. So please, if you haven't watched it and you do not want to get spoiled, just skip this video. This is probably not for you. If you do not mind with that and you just want to enjoy and learn and talk about some things about some stuff that did happen on this tournament, please be welcome. Starting right now. Alright guys, so we did had Masters of HyperRandom finals here this Sunday, and honestly this was a very surprising tournament. So for the ones that are unaware, there was a map pack called HyperRandom, so basically we would have a wide variety of maps similar to Black Forest, maps similar to Arabia, open maps, closed maps, water maps, hybrid maps, a lot of double TC maps, and basically players would actually play with random civilizations. Many might actually argue that this was not a very competitive setting, and honestly, I do agree. But honestly, it did provided some interesting games, and the final here was played between Doubt and MBL, and I'm here to share with you guys one of the games from the setting, so just so you guys understand how random those things actually are. Game has started, MBL has randomed here the Georgians, while Doubt has randomed here the Vietnamese. As you can see, there is not only the three starting villagers, but they are playing a non-TC start map, and MBL is scouting here using a cart. So both players did receive a cart. There were maps where both players would start, for example, with a halberdier as their scouting unit. So crazy things did happen during this tournament. And right here, as you can see, we do have a game between Georgian and Vietnamese. Let's take a look here on the map. The map honestly looks very similar to a Black Forest. I can see that both players are building here closer to the center, where it appears to have a choke point. There is a lot of resources here on the back line, especially gold, stone, berries, so there are plenty of resources here on the back line, and even some penguins. Quite fun. Anyway, game is still going on. Doubt is already protecting himself by adding some houses. MBL is also defending himself by adding some houses and palisades. So both players are kind of isolating themselves. And well, Doubt has spotted here, has found several ships here from MBL, and he's trying to actually hide them on the edges of the map. So let's see how they're going to adapt. As you can see, MBL is already going towards a mill, and he's making it on a berry here. He's still collecting many resources. He's luring ibex here, argalis actually with his cart, and as you can see on this specific map there are no boars. So the key here to win this tournament was being able to adapt yourself and understand all the 50 civilizations and your respective matchups, so that you could actually adapt to the best out of the situations. You would actually be playing with like a Goth versus Japanese. You would have to somehow win this matchup, and as you can see, Doubt is going towards the next age. He's setting up an economy that looks like a lot like a fast castle economy, with 16 villagers on food, and already has 200 gold. Let's take a look here on MBL. MBL is going a bit later here to the next stage. He was actually forced into farming. He has right now 7 farms already, which will obviously allow him to go to the next stage, but as you can see, he is struggling a bit here on this stage of the game. And he's going rev here for the stone, so he does plan to go for a fast castle into Iron Pagoda. It seems very unusual strategy here. Oh no, tower. Alright, so tower versus tower, both players going for a castle age, both players using cards there. Doubt's the first one to castle, which gives him a small edge on the tower fights. MBL is still going rev here for the stone and is now dropping a castle. Oh, bad news for Doubt, because for MBL, because Doubt is already answering here with a mangonel. So a lot of randomness here on this tournament. Doubt actually controlling now the map with a mangonel and with a tower here at front. So doing quite a good game. MBL in not in the best spot here, getting pushed by an enemy mangonel. He's now trying to deny the enemy mangonel from going back by using his card, but Doubt just reacted by sending a second mangonel and also sending villagers to repair. The amount of randomness in these maps is insane. Let's see how both players are going to react. MBL is about to drop here a rocket card. I believe he's just gonna try to block the enemy. Oh, nice. He did kill a mangonel and 1 HP rocket cart did survive. Honestly, this is the kind of play that just changes a game. MBL, if he did lose this mangonel and Doubt had 2 mangoes, he would just keep pressuring until the game was over. But right there, by killing back the enemy, he's actually gonna manage to perhaps drop a castle. As you can see, he does have 2 siege units, 2 rocket carts, he's going for a castle, now it's defending with a mangonel. If this castle goes up, as you can see for this blue line, he will be able to target the enemy town center. Not only this tower will go down quite easily, but he's also gonna manage to take down the enemy TC, and honestly, he can even help himself using his own rocket carts. Another rocket cart down. I think that microing the siege units is actually giving an edge to MBL. He killed another one. He's killing multiple mangonels, advancing here with multiple rocket carts. The castle is up, and now he will just keep besieging his opponent. Doubt is even trying to defend here with his own mango, but not only there is a castle and some rocket carts, but the enemy already has an iron pagoda, the unique unit from the Jurchen which can actually block melee attacks. So right there, as you can see, Iron Pagoda raiding, and unless a Doubt has like a monk or somewhere to run to, this Iron Pagoda can pretty much kill anything here. Oh, he does have a town center and a monk, and for that reason he just survived. So, good answer to unique units, especially cavalry ones, a monk. Doubt's trying to reboot, adding new town centers here on the back, has back it up a bit, and MBL is keeping here to develop his economy, adding new town centers and also adding rocket carts. Iron pagodas, rocket carts, things are looking quite promising here for the team, for MBL. What the thing, man. And there we go, another very good tactic here, which is adding outposts. By adding outposts, you can actually spot where your opponent is moving himself, and that gives you better decision making, which will ultimately lead to better micro here on your rocket cards. And MBL is advancing, he's trying to hit and push the enemy town centers. As you can see, Doubt has this forward or advanced siege workshop, and MBL is trying to drop a tower, so he's slowly building up some leverage, and now about to add a monk. Meanwhile, he's actually eating the food and booming 2 TCs. So both players are booming 2 TCs, but MBL is a much more aggressive position, and oh, lost a rocket cart, but he does have an iron pagoda. Dodge the mango shot and he'll just keep the pressure. So we do have like now 3 TCs for Doubt, huh? Doubt is doing a good job here on recovering and booming. He does have 3 town centers, and he is about to add a defensive castle, which can actually stop most of the pushes from MBL, who's still pressuring him now using a battering run. So battering run and iron pagodas advancing, more rocket carts. The battering run keeps taking down enemy buildings, trying to force a mistake on Doubt's part, and oh, nice decision. An upgrade here to the Imperial Age, and not only that, guys, but if you do know, Jurchens do have siege engineers available 1 age earlier. It's very expensive, 500 food, but there is a huge discount here on 75% of the wood count, allowing the Jurchen to make this upgrade using only 150 wood. So Doubt is actually, MBL is actually anticipating siege engineers. I think that by doing that, he will actually have a lot more pressure to take down enemy buildings, and especially both rocket carts and trebuchets will gain a lot of damage to fight. Those iron pagodas are getting pressured down by monks, so they are ultimately not gonna be able to do much. But the rocket carts, oh my friend, the rocket carts just receive 1 extra range. Now he can actually out-micro or out-maneuver Doubt mangonels because of this extra range, and also deliver way more damage to Rattan Archers, surprising unit here. Rattan Archers trying to go around, trying to get some good raiding spot. I guess MBL needs to close himself up not to get raided down by those, but nah. Doubt is just returning to his base, but 2 castles already, trebuchets on the way, more rocket carts, chemistry upgrade. This is not looking so good for Doubt, and basically with a game with 3 cavalry units, we are actually seeing massive siege deciding the game, and the Jurchen bonus as well. So mastering the civilization is very important and adapting to each one of the situations. Who would guess that going for Imperial Age with like 65 villagers would actually be a good call? Well, MBL would guess, and he's actually doing that. He's massively attacking here with the rocket cards, and as you can see guys, something that we do not see every day. Revi rocket card upgrade. Revi rocket cards will actually adds a lot more stats here to the basic rocket cards. In case you guys are not familiar, these rocket cards are a replacement for the mangonel line. Mangonel line can be upgraded until onager and siege onager, but rocket card goes only until Revi rocket card. So that's basically it. With Revi rocket card, now they do fire multiple projectiles. As you can see, they are insanely good against trees, against ranged units, against infantry units sometimes, and also against buildings. With these damage pack tanks here, medieval tanks here, MBL is basically just killing everything that Doubt has access to. He's about to kill another TC, so from the 3 TCs that Doubt had, most of them are dead. And honestly guys, he just reached Imperial Age right before losing the town center. 3 rocket cards still advancing, a few iron pagoda even with no upgrades. Doubt is trying to advance. MPL is actively aiming on his siege workshop because since Doubt is on the Imperial Age, he might actually try to make some bombard cannons. And I'm going to be very honest, I think that a single bombard cannon could change everything on this game, because it could basically outrange all the siege from the Jurchen and start killing it. But so far, it doesn't look like this is gonna happen. MBL about to add a third town center, slowly developing his economy on the back of this Rev siege push. So trebuchets with siege engineers, Rev rocket cards also with siege engineers, making it very easy for him to keep pushing the opponent. Look how fast this market goes down guys when getting attacked by these units. It's insane. Of course, the Rev rocket cards are not going to be a good option to take down, for example, a castle, but every other building here of the game, okay, let's exclude the stone defenses here like Keep Tower and Bombard Tower, are actually gonna go down way too fast. Look how fast the Siege Workshop is going down. Doubt is trying to get a Bombard Cannon up, but the Jurchen is just pressuring him so heavy that he's not going to have having enough time to go for the Bombard Cannon. Right there, MBL did manage to win this game, guys. 5 Rev rocket cards, a few iron pagodas just to say, hey, on the melee combat I can now actually beat you. And honestly, Doubt did only manage to make a single bombard cannon, but he did give up after losing most of the map. He would actually have to try and push back all this map here from MBL, which honestly would be quite hard to do, right? Considering he would only have access to this bombard cannon and a few rattan archers with no other castles to back it up. So very well played. As you can see, even underrated civilizations like the Jurchens being played on a tournament final. I honestly, I love this game, and because of the variability, because of the adaptability, because of how many things can happen. If you do look on the stats, Jurchen are objectively the worst civilization of the game here. If you go towards the top elo and you filter them by win rate, they have the worst win rate of the game. And Vietnamese are one of the best ones, honestly, especially on tournaments. People actually draft this civilization a lot. And right here on the finals of Masters of HyperRandom, we could actually see Jurchens using all of their uniqueness. For example, the rocket card, the early siege engineer, to actually win a game. So this is very precious to me. This is what makes this game so beautiful. Even the worst civilizations can actually shine on a proper time. Hope you guys enjoy it. There's like full series of these matches. If you guys did enjoy, I can even try to select a few more good games that that we had here on the tournament. But it was basically just to showcase what did happen here. And honestly, very fun event to watch. I don't know about playing, but honestly, to watch was excellent.